Welcome back. You're watching Be My Guest, and I'm here with Kun Dang, the Managing Director of SBANG. Now, let's talk more about the EGS system that you're planning to build, that is in the process, in the works right now. In terms of government support, how has that been going for this kind of project?
Now the government changed the policy to support the renewable energy. That's better than in the past, because the FIT scheme, this is it gives the better electricity selling rate for the investor of the power plant. For the EGS, it's very small scale. The price of selling the energy per unit is a little bit higher. I would say that it helps too much in terms of developing the projects, because it would be feasible for the investment.
So it's a better incentive,
yes,
for
correct.
people to invest.
It's a good subsidy.
Point.
Yeah,
it's a good subsidy, right? And what about you said that for EGS it's small scale compared to large scale. It's more expensive to invest.
Yes.
What about the practicality as well as the feasibility of this kind of business? Can you tell us about that as well?
If we are talking about practical, I would say that there are two things. The first is technical model, and the second is the financial model. The technical model must be feasible firstly,
right.
Because for the small scale, the investment cost higher, the efficiency lower. So we have to design the part of the engineering work that would be very, very efficient to compare with the higher scale of the power station. That would help that we could have lower fuel consumption, lower electricity consumption itself, I mean station service. So also the environmental concern about this. We have to put the good system for the EGS to prove that when EGS located in the community, it would not affect in terms of bad pollution to the community. So this kind of things that we put into EGS that helps it proves the environmental effects. And the second, the financial model. From the last question that the government support the small scale of renewable energy, getting a better price of selling, it helps too much because the investment cost higher than big plants, but the efficiency a little bit lower. So if we make the technical model with a very good design, we could get the financial model feasible too. This is very efficient.
Yeah. Because I've talked to a lot of people in the industry, and they said that small scale is quite difficult compared to large scale in terms of renewable energy resources.
Yes.
So you're going against the trend.
Yes.
And you're doing a good job of it. So I think you're fine. Now, what do you hope for in the future for EGS? What are your future plans? What kind of investments do you have coming up in the pipeline?
I would answer the first. The EGS is the answer of the future, because our philosophy is where the waste happens.
Right.
We have to manage the waste in that area. We have to convert the waste into energy in that area, and the revenue, the income would be happen in that area. This is the kind of sustainable way of thinking. And the second to answer is our pipeline. Of course, we want to expand, we want to build the EGS into various locations, not only in Thailand, but overseas. So.
Now, right now, I know that you have some ongoing projects. Ongoing projects of building some EGS.
Yes.
Locations are unknown. Like which areas have you been targeting?
Okay, one in north and one in south.
How do you choose the locations?
We have been communicating with the people in the community for a period of time,
Right.
and we got a very good collaboration with them. And we want to do it like a pilot
Right.
project. The one is biomass application, and the other one is waste to energy application.
So, and the feedback so far from going to these areas, has it been good?
Very lovely.
Very good. Very good. That's good. Before you go into these areas, do you have to conduct like a study with locals before? Like how long is the preparation period before you can actually go into the area?
At least 1 year
Wow.
to do this kind of projects.
Wow.
Because it's very sensitive for people when they think about the power station.
Yeah.
It's something like dangerous.
Right.
So we have to working with them that it's not like that. It's a renewable energy. It's burning of your waste, your such a biomass. It's your rice husk, your corn cob, your corn straw, your wood chips, something like that.
You're targeting rural areas mainly, right? So
Yes.
creating awareness about the benefits of this, has it been difficult?
And difficult, you mean that in terms of investment, yes, but in terms of the operation phase that we could exchange the waste from the community to the projects, return back the income from the EGS to the community. That way.
Now, what kind of like in terms of this is for the future going forward. A lot of young people, of course, we hope that maybe renewable energy will be the main energy because other energy will be depleted in the future. So what do you want the younger generation to know about renewable energy? What would you want them to know?
I'm thinking that I'm also young. Think about that the most of energy we are using now is from depleted source.
Right, right.
Think about that if younger, the new generation, they have to face that one day we will see that the problem of depletion of energy. So the renewable, it would help because it renew every day, every season, every year. It's a very, very concern for the new generation to learn how to produce, how to utilize the renewable things to produce energy. And it is a very efficient way to reduce the generation of the energy from the depleted source and utilize the renew every day. That's the new generation, they have to concern about this.
What about the new generation who's watching and see like an entrepreneur like yourself and they want to join this industry as well? Like what kind of advice would you have for them?
I would do it. I would help them. I want to see the something like an EGS concept
EGS
over our country or even other country because it's a very good idea for local community, for small community. This is a very good idea to develop the strengthiness of the country in such a way. I think.
What about in terms of this developing this technology being helping neighboring countries? Is it do you have plans to expand to neighboring countries as well?
Of course, I love this world. So not only Thailand, we have to help from other countries too.
Do you think neighboring countries have similar demands?
Not yet, because in Thailand that we have developing the renewable energy as the leader of this region. But other country is being
Just starting?
known. Yeah, just started.
So you can actually go there and provide your know-how.
I think that should be.
So What other plans do you have for SBANG?
SBANG, we will keep developing the small scale of EGS ongoing, and the another application that we would apply and expand from this know-how, such from compost idea, or I mean the production of compost, and from biogas for small scale again.
So we've been talking a lot about EGS, but what I really want to know is how much does it cost, and when is it going to be worth it, the investment?
Okay, I devise two applications. The first is for biomass application. For 1 megawatt EGS, we invest about 100 million baht per project. These numbers would give us the return on investment about IRR 15%, and within 6 years of payback period. And the second application of waste, the 1 megawatt of RDF power plant EGS, that is about 150 million baht.
150, okay.
Yes. This will give us the return about IRR 15% again, and within 6 years of payback period should be accomplished.
That's quite a big investment. But if it's worth it in 6 years, that's not so bad, right?
Yes.
So it sounds like you're going into the community, you're doing a lot of good things, you're getting rid of waste, you're producing energy, a lot of good things for the community. So it sounds like you have a lot of exciting projects coming up.
Yes.
Good luck with your projects, and thank you so much for talking to us today. Thank you so much. ขอบคุณมากนะคะ
ขอบคุณครับ
Today at Renewable Energy Asia 2015, we learned more about the small-scale power plants and how it's efficient as companies aim to not let waste go to waste. That's all the time we have for today's episode of Be My Guest. I'm Thra Thirakosan. สวัสดีค่ะ